Tulsi, do you think maybe we are naive and maybe we're not as advanced as some of you guys are? You've been in the military 21 years, Lieutenant Colonel. Do you think our enemies, Iran, Russia, and China, maybe our generals and our army and our politicians think one of the ways to intimidate them is by having more transgenders as soldiers? Because maybe there's some strategy behind it that we don't know about, right? Is there like I'm curious. Can you show that picture? Because I mean, if you're scared. Iran, if you're China, if you're Russia, you see this picture. Oh my God, I don't want to go war against these guys.
Maybe there is. Is this the same person?
No. The guy on the right is just a drag queen, but I'm telling you guys right now, the guy on the left
by the way,
scares me.
There's plenty of drag queen soldiers right now in the military.
Oh, they're doing TikTok videos.
That's why I asked. I have seen some of those side by side.
Is this strategic? Is this strategic to scare Putin, to scare Xi, to scare Raisi, Khamenei?
No. I felt like I should have made a joke there, but you were so serious. And it is a serious problem. It is a very serious problem when we have leaders within our own ranks of the Department of Defense, and obviously I've served with and know so many people who are just the greatest Americans, who've chosen to wear the uniform, who've chosen to go and deploy to different parts of the world to put their lives on the line in service to our country. And when we have, so there's a distinction between the policymakers who are civilians. We have a civilian-led military, and those who are going in and putting on the uniform and doing the work every single day. When you have many of those civilians who care more for the DEI metrics or for what the headlines will say or for creating some illusion of inclusivity, or even going back to the very beginning of Secretary Austin's tenure, where within a few short months of him assuming that role, all of a sudden declaring there's an epidemic of white supremacy in the military, whatever happened to that? There was a huge stand down. This is a huge emergency all across the military. We've got to make sure that we're identifying and rooting out white supremacy. Maybe I missed it, but I don't recall ever seeing proof or evidence of this baseless accusation that he made. Over 21 years, I've served with service members from all branches of the military, from all parts of the country, and everywhere I have ever served, there have been people from all walks of life, from social class, from a race standpoint, from a religious standpoint. And yeah, we'll give each other a hard time. You give each other crap, as one does. But when it comes right down to it, there's been no question in my mind that in the heat of battle, we are willing to lay down our lives for the very same country that we love. That's what it comes down to, and you fight for the man and woman to your left and right. To see how out of touch those leaders are and how they're prioritizing resources, not towards making sure that our troops have everything they need to be ready to fight today, but to pleasing the so-called woke mobs is causing harm. It is causing harm to us as a country and to the culture in the military. And then they throw their hands up and say, well, how come nobody wants to join the military? How come we're having a hard time with retention? The problems run very deep, but can be fixed with strong leadership that has the right priorities of putting our country first and making sure that our service members are actually valued and cared for.
Yeah, I don't know if they're experiencing that right now where they're being treated as heroes, but you're right. When you're in the military, you were Air Force,
I was in Air Force.
One of the things, you were Airman of the Year, Vinny saluted Tulsi. By the way, she told me, she says, Vinny knew how to salute perfectly, right?
It was perfect.
Yeah, she was giving you a shout out.
Knife hands.
One thing about the military, if you have thin skin, you're not going to make it long term. Because if you got thick skin, you're going to be able to make it. For everyone out there that's watching, Tulsi is officially on Manect. Rob, if you can show her Manect. The first 50 people that connect with Tulsi, we will send you a copy of the book as well signed. We bought copies to get it out there because we are so confident in her message being out there. We feel more people need to hear from her. So the first 50 that connect with Tulsi, ask her whatever questions you got. And those 50 names we'll get, we're going to send you a copy. Just make sure you're in America. If you're anywhere else outside of America, we're not shipping to you. If you're not in America, don't do the Connect. Only in America we'll ship the copy to your first 50 states. Thank you for that.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.